Hey guys, pal Kirkwulf here. Been a while since I've had anything to say, huh? Now, I seem to be a little less hairy than before. There actually is a reason to why I haven't really made anything in a while. First off, the Motion City soundtrack concert that was supposed to be happening in January of this year sadly got moved back to June. Unfortunately, I had to return my VIP tickets. Tragic, I know. I'm actually very upset about that, but so it goes. So I actually won't be able to see the anniversary tour of Commit This to Memory. Before I found out that the date got changed to a June date where I can't go, I ended up getting a t-shirt, and it has the dates on the back. I was really looking forward to it, but so it goes. Maybe Motion City soundtrack will come around again. But hey, you can't see everything. I was in a theater production. We were doing a show called Metamorphosis, which is a play written by a woman named Mary Zimmerman. Now, this play is relatively new. I'll make a separate video kind of talking about my thoughts and the experience of the show, but I just kind of wanted to say that. Not dead, I've just been a little bit busy. The reason why my head was shaved, I actually dyed my hair a very nice blue color. I'll explain that in the next video when I'm talking about the production. But why am I making this video then? Well, I went to see Elton John again. The Elton John concert that was originally posted got postponed, so I was able to go ahead and pick up some tickets. This is technically the third leg of his Farewell Yellow Brick Road tour. Spoiler alert, I'm going a fourth time later, but we'll make a video when the time comes. This was at the Giant Stadium in Hershey. Now, if you're not familiar with Hershey, there's a theme park, Hershey Park, where everything is based off of sugar and chocolate and Reese's Pieces, because Hershey is, of course, named after the company that makes the candy. And they were so wildly successful that they made a theme park around it. It's okay. I like it, kind of. This is the first time that I'd ever been to the center in Hershey before. So, of course, I went with my mother, who I wanted to take to see Elton John again. And we went to a restaurant called The Chocolatier. If you ever get a chance to go to the Chocolatier in Hershey, highly recommend it. It might hurt your blood sugar, but the drinks were the best I've ever had, and I've had a lot of drinks. My drink of choice was an old fashioned, which is whiskey, and with other ingredients, but it was a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup old fashioned, and I have never had a drink as good in my entire life. If I could be drinking one in every waking moment, I absolutely would. It was that amazing. The Chocolatier was a lot of fun. We enjoyed the restaurant. It was kind of theme parkish, but it was actually relatively inexpensive. So if you're going to the Giant Stadium, I highly recommend making a reservation. The park is now open at time of filming, so if you're trying to get there for something else, you definitely want to make a reservation in advance, because otherwise you're not going to be able to get in. Let's talk about the concert itself. I'll show some pictures up here. These were a lot nicer than the ones that I'm normally able to get. So we got a really good shot of the stage dead center. The show itself was fantastic. It's Elton John. A couple of the differences from when I saw Elton John the first two times, it was, first off, his sound quality. Something about Elton John sounded fantastic this time. I don't know if it was the smaller venue. I don't know if it was him getting into performing again. There could be a number of factors, and I unfortunately don't have the answer, but his sound was just great. His singing, his playing, everything just seemed to be more amplified than it was before. Can't put my finger on it, but that's one thing that I noticed. The other thing is that the song list actually changed pretty significantly. I really hate to say it, but there were 4 songs that got cut from the tour, and I actually really liked these songs and wanted to see them again, but so it goes. The songs that were cut from the original set list was Indian Sunset, which breaks my heart, Daniel, which also breaks my heart, Sorry Seems to Be the Hardest Word, breaks my heart, and then, of course, I Want Love. All 4 of those songs, I think, are fantastic. I thought the original set list was perfect, so you might be wondering what takes up the spaces for those 4 songs. Well, Elton John does do 2 new songs that he had not done live, at least with this tour. The first one was So Have Mercy. I forget the actual name of the title, but it was good. The visuals were kind of spooky, with like a prisoner running in chains and dogs and guards. It was spooky in like a cool kind of way. The other song was a new one that Elton John made. He's still making music with Dua Lipa. And I will admit, it wasn't my favorite. I'm not really a fan, but it had this like dance remix vibe. It was really, really fun. I was sitting there in my seats going up and down, dancing along with "Think It's Gonna Be a Long, Long Time" because they play the chorus of Rocket Man in this song. And that was really, really fun. Although I might disagree with the changes that got made, as far as the set list, I appreciate it, actually. I think it's really cool that he was able to add new songs, because think of it, Elton John has a huge, huge, huge library. And even songs now, he still continues to make music. Ozzy Osbourne, Gorillaz, Dua Lipa, and I thought that was really cool. Of course, the visuals changed as well, not just for those two songs that got added, but for other songs that got listed. Some of the visuals were kind of changed. For Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me, this time what they had visuals from the movie Rocket Man, which I'm a huge, huge fan of. So that was really, really cool to kind of see that incorporated into the tour. With that, Elton John had a fantastic, fantastic energy. I think that this was the best performance-wise from what I've seen. I still think the second show was better for the songs, but performance-wise, this was amazing. He was getting up, slamming down on the piano, telling everyone to clap, and he would talk in between songs a lot more. And what really started to get me emotionally was towards the end, he started to go on how much he loved Philadelphia, albeit we're a bit of a ways from Philadelphia. But he started to go on how he was so appreciative of his fans, and he truly enjoyed playing in all these years, and it was emotional. Like I really got choked up a little bit as he was going over, and I thought that was really, really sweet. Sometimes when musical artists give that speech of, "Oh, we love our fans," it comes off as kind of fake. But there was a sincerity to it, and it certainly resonated with me. One thing I want to say, though, about the center itself, the Giant Center is a hockey stadium used for the Hershey Bears. I didn't love it. The seats were kind of uncomfortable, and it hurts my butt to sit there for so long. And there's one thing I want to talk about. I thought about making a separate video, but I'll just kind of put it here. Etiquette. Concert etiquette. There was a lovely elderly woman and her daughter sitting next to my mother and I, and we were talking with them as the night went on. And in front of them was a young man, maybe 20, 19, who had said, "Oh yeah, he's in college right now. He bought the tickets in 2019 when they first went on sale, and he had, of course, wait to so many years to actually see the show, and he was really, really excited." And the woman had said, "Oh yeah, we were also waiting a long time too," which, that was nice and friendly. But this fucking dick stood for the entire show. Now, where we were sitting, the seats are elevated, right? So you have just enough space above someone's head, unless they're super tall, to see over them to see what's happening on stage. Well, this fucking asshole stood the whole fucking concert. He stood there recording, and he was such a dick to the people behind him because they could not see a goddamn thing. He blocked them for the whole concert. He might have sat down for 2 songs and then got right back up. And that was really, really upsetting. It was very hard for me to control myself to not tell him, "Hey, asshole, sit down." Because that's one thing when there's seats, you're meant to sit. And I understand that, for certain bands, newer bands, you might be in a situation where you would be standing, or everyone might get up to do something, wave or cheer or something. But Elton John is fucking old. The people that are going to see him are old, including me. And a lot of people can't stand. My mom couldn't stand at all for certainly for not that period of time if someone stood over her. And that's really shitty to do. Also, the person next to me was also a dick. He was very uptight, and he kept bumping into me because the seats were kind of cramped, and I didn't really enjoy that. But he kept bumping into me, and he never apologized. And of course, at the end, my mother has a very hard time walking. We're standing and just calmly waiting for the people to go so she can take her time, because she really hates feeling like a burden on people when she's walking. And of course, I'll stand by and wait and make sure she's good and walk her up and all that. But this guy behind me, who said, are you guys going to move or not?" I almost turned and I said, "Hey, asshole, my mom can't walk. She can't really stand. She has to go slow. Just go around." I didn't do that. And of course, we stood over and let them go. But that level of rude was unacceptable to me. And the thing is, right at the end of the concert, Elton John said, "Love everyone, be kind." And, that's a simple thing. A lot of people kind of try to say that message. But it's kind of like his message fell on deaf ears. So here is the thing. Elton John don't have many tours left. I'm going again when he comes around in Philadelphia in July. So I'm very, very excited to see if there's going to be anything new for the farewell tour. It's been a lot of fun. And although I might have a couple of complaints here and there, it's fucking Elton John. I mean, come on. There was a period of time where his records were 5% of the records sold in the entire world. That is a huge. And getting to see a titan like that in his element, performing such great performances, even in his old age, is something kind of beautiful. And I wish that everyone got the chance to see him. And there's been 211 shows at time of filming. There's a lot more to come, but after this year, I think that's pretty much it for the United States leg of the tour, and he'll move on to other countries. So if you get a chance to see him, tickets might be pricey, I know, but I recommend going, especially if you haven't before. It's a beautiful time. You won't regret it, and you'll get to experience some amazing, amazing music and performances too. Well, hey guys, I'm happy to be back making some content. Thank you guys for watching. I noticed that a couple of my videos were doing really well in my little break, so that was cool. Thank you. I'm glad you guys liked it. I've been kind of wanting to do more talks and things based on horror movies, which was my Annabelle Comes Home video I made years ago. Maybe that might be something I might be considering. So the next video that I'll be putting out is going to be based on the Metamorphosis production that I worked on with my theater company, and we will take it from there. Well, hey, thank you guys so much. Stay safe, and see you guys in the next one.